Welcome to Tween Scratch Coding. I'm Larry Rosen from the Ajax Public Library. Glad you're here with me today. We are going to be doing some scratch coding, that is, for complete beginners. So if you've never used Scratch, you want to find out what it's all about, you came to the right place. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to get started. And here we go. All right, this event is going to be recorded. So anybody who does not want it to be recorded, just let me know and we'll turn off your video. And we'll just talk through audio. All right, let me just start the show. So this event is best viewed using a desktop or a laptop computer using split screen. I'm going to show you how to do this. If you're using it on a tablet, you can watch me on the tablet, but it'd be difficult to do the activities while I'm doing it, but you can still do it if you want. The browser that you should use will be either Chrome or Firefox. It doesn't seem to work as well on Edge or Explorer. So if you've got either Chrome or Firefox, please use that. And if you don't have a Scratch account, then here's the place where you get it. It's also on the screen. It's scratch.mit.edu. That's where you'll go to get an account. And the reason you want an account is because it lets you save things. Okay. If you want to stay in this Zoom meeting and do the coding activities at the same time, what you do is you take the browser out of full screen mode and you just drag it to the left until it clicks. And you take the Zoom meeting, you take that out of full screen mode and you drag that to the right. And then so you've got the Zoom on the left and you've got the browser on the right, and that's where you can see both of us. The other thing you could do is you could minimize Zoom, and that would put me in the corner, in the small corner. It'd be a little bit difficult to see what I'm doing, but that way you could have Zoom in the corner and you could have your browser all full screen. There's a couple of ways that you could do it. Whatever works best for you. So this is Scratch. It's a free programming language where you can create your own interactive stories, games, and animations. You will be creating a video with cartoon characters and you get to tell them what to do. It's kind of cool. Do you have to know any programming to use Scratch? Not really. It's basically logic. So you're not typing a whole bunch of programming. If you want your character to move 5 spaces to the right, you would just tell the character to move 5 spaces to the right, and you wouldn't do that by typing in. You would do that by moving blocks from one side to the other, special blocks. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to do that. So yes, you can use Scratch on your iPad or laptop, but for this session, it's best to use the desktop or your laptop. Okay, so now let's get started. I'm just going to go right into this. When you go to scratch.mit.edu, this is the first page you're going to see. And you're ready to create a new Scratch program. Start right from scratch. It's that create button right at the top left. So I'm going to click that. And when you click that, this is what you're going to see. It's creating a blank screen, almost blank. The middle is blank because what we're going to do is we're going to be, see all those blocks? See all those blocks on the left-hand side? We're going to be dragging some of them over into the middle to tell the cat on the right what to do, because the cat's just sitting there. He does not know what to do. But we as programmers, we get to tell the cat what to do. It's pretty easy, right? Moving blocks. Okay. Give me 1 second here. All right. So how do you tell this, how do you tell the cat that the program is about to run? It's moving a block. You have to tell the cat that the program is going to run. Otherwise, the cat will do things without knowing that you don't want it to run yet. So to run the tell the cat that the program is about to run, we look over here and we see there's different colors. Each of these colors helps the cat to do different things. For instance, the blue, if I click on the blue, all of these blocks are motion blocks. They tell the cat to move around in different ways. If I click on the sound button on the left, all of these are sound blocks. And if we move some of these over into the middle, we can make the cat do sounds. So the first thing we want to do is tell the cat that the program is about to run. How do we do that? Well, we need to, it's not a motion thing. It's an event. We're creating an event. So usually a program starts when you click the green flag. Do you see the green flag? It's right here. So we need to find a block that says when the green flag is clicked, the program starts to run. So I click on the events button here, and there is the block, when green flag clicked. So I'm going to drag that one right here. That tells the cat that when this green flag is clicked, the program is going to run. So the first thing we want to do is we want our cat to move. It's pretty easy. So move. We're not going to find, where are we going to find the move blocks? It's not going to be under events. It's not going to be under sound. It's not going to be under these blocks. But remember motion, the blue one at the top? If I click on that, these are all my move blocks. So we want, let's say we want the cat to move 25 steps. Well, let's see. Do we have anything that says move? We do. We've got some turns, we've got some go-tos, but there's a move one. There's a move block. You see that one right there? So I'm going to move that one. I'm going to drag it right underneath until it clicks underneath the flag. But remember I said I wanted to move it 25 steps, and that says 10 steps. How do we fix that? Well, we can click on the 10, double click actually, and change the number to 25. I wonder if this program worked. How do we find out? We're going to press the flag right here, and we're going to see if it worked. Here we go. It worked. Here I'm going to press it again, move 25 steps, and here's a third time. So every time I press the green flag, the cat is moving 25 steps. Uh-oh. He's going off the screen. How do we fix that? Let me drag the cat back. He was going off the screen. And sometimes you want the cat to go off the screen, but sometimes you don't. So I don't want the cat to go off the screen. How do you fix that? There's a fix for everything here in Scratch. Very easy. So that is, we're still talking about movement. So we're going to stay in the blue category. So let's look for something that says, see, we don't want it to go off the edge. So let's look for something that says edge in the blue. You see anything that says edge? Aha! Look here. If on edge, bounce. What do you think? Is that going to work? I'm going to drag this one right underneath. So what that's saying is if the cat goes to the edge, it's going to bounce and not go past the edge. Let's see if it worked. I'm going to press the green flag here to start. And I'm going to keep pressing it until it hits the edge. We'll see what it does. It bounced. I'm pressing the green flag and it bounced again. So we, you see what we've done so far? You've already programmed this, which is 2 blocks. Every time you click the green flag, it moves 25 steps. And if it hits the edge, it bounces. As one last thing though, did you notice when it bounced, it was going upside down? And there's a way to stop it from going upside down after it bounces. So we're still dealing with motion. So let's look for something that says rotation style, left, right, because we want it to go to the left, left and the right. Not sure if I'm showing you that properly because of the mirroring with Zoom, but left, right, right. Okay, so we have to look for something that says, oh, here, look at this, set rotation style. So I'm going to drag that one right underneath here. And what are my other choices here? I could do these, but I want left and right. So let's see what happens when I press the green flag here. Press it once, 25, keep pressing the green flag. Let's see what it does when it hits the edge. It's no longer upside down because you told it to go left and right. 3 blocks for movement. You're doing great. Okay. The next thing we want to do is save our work. We always want to save our work. And there's the Save Now button right at the top right corner. I'm going to click Save Now. And the reason you want to do that is because if something ever happened, if there was a power failure, then this is the way to save your work so you can come back to it and it will be there. And that's the other reason why you need a Scratch account so that you can save your work. So no matter what happens, you're safe. So I'm looking at this cat and I'm saying this background is kind of boring. It's all white. And there are ways to fix that. And so, and it's called a backdrop. And to add a backdrop, which is like a background, here's how you do it. In the bottom right corner, there are 2 buttons here. One is, I'm just hovering over these buttons. One says choose a sprite. And a sprite actually is a character. Like that cat is a sprite. So we're not choosing a sprite right now. We want a background or a backdrop. So the other one, choose a backdrop. So I'm going to click that. Look at all the choices of backgrounds we can use. So I'm going to choose a background. What do you think? Should I, beach, Malibu beach, or a canyon? Look at this. Oh, castle. That looks kind of nice. I'm going to click castle. Look at that. That's a little bit better than the background that we had before, right? I'm pressing the green flag again. You have complete control over every part of this video, including the background. So there it is. That's how you create. If you want to change it, it's the same procedure. Right now, I'm not hearing any sounds coming from this sprite or this cat. So is there a way to make the cat go meow? Yes, there is. So the first thing we have to do is we have to make sure that the sprite is clicked. Yes, we only have one sprite. If I add another sprite, then you're going to see it down here, these other sprites, but we haven't added any more just yet. So the sprite is highlighted. And the next thing we have to do to get the cat to talk is we have to sorry, just give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Now we want the cat to meow, and we want it to meow whenever the sprite is clicked. So I'm wondering, is there a block that says when this sprite is clicked? We've got one on there that says when the green flag is clicked. Maybe there's one that says when the sprite is clicked. Let's find out. That is, it's not a motion thing. It's not, it's not a looks. It's an event. It's another event. We're doing something different. That's where we got the green flag block right there. But this time we're going to drag this one, which is when this sprite is clicked. And we're going to drag that right over here when this sprite is clicked. And how does it know which sprite? We only have one right now. When this sprite is clicked, we want it to meow. So meow, that's a sound. So we need to go to our sound color, which is right on the left here, and click on sound. Now these are all the sound blocks. And you look, we've got something right here. Play sound meow until done. That would work. I'm going to drag that right here. What do you think? Is that going to work? Let's find out. I'm going to, now you see this code right here. When the green flag is clicked, it's going to move 25 steps, but when the sprite is clicked, it should meow. Let's see if it works. Green flag, it moved 25 steps. Now I'm going to click the cat. See, you're already now programming sound. And that was kind of easy, right? Okay. What we've been doing right now is we've been clicking the green flag to move the cat 25 steps. And we have to keep clicking the flag every time just to move 25 steps. What if there was a way that you could make the cat move without having to click as much? There is a way. And it involves blocks, dragging blocks as usual. And it's called the repeat block. Because if you drag it with something that says repeat, it's going to keep doing it for as many times as you want. All right. So to do the repeat, where is the repeat block? The repeat block is what we're doing when we add the repeat block. It's part of control. You're controlling one of the sprites. You're saying do it more or do it less. You're controlling it, or wait. That's all under the control, which is the orange. Okay, so we want to add a repeat button. And here's the repeat block right here. And it looks kind of funny right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it right underneath where it says when green flag clicked. Did you see what it did? It surrounded itself under in between, and all of these that we already put in there got sandwiched inside of the repeat. And I'm going to change the number 10 to 50 because I would like it, when the green flag is clicked, I would like the cat to move 25 steps 50 times. Let's see if it works. Did you see that? Before I had that repeat in there, it went 25, like a really small. But when I added the repeat 50 block, it did the same thing 50 times. All the blue blocks were repeated 50 times. Let's do it again. I'm going to hit the green flag again. Is it still easy? I hope so. I'm going to click the cat. Oh yeah, it's still working. When this sprite is clicked, you're doing great. The next thing, how do I make the cat appear where you want at the start? For instance, if I click this green flag and this cat happens to, let's say the cat, let's say the cat was here, but at the start of your program, you didn't want the cat to start there. Maybe you wanted the cat to start every time I click it, it meows. What if I wanted the cat to start there at the beginning of every time you click the flag? See, right now, if I click the flag, this is what's going to happen. He's up there, but then if I move him down, if I move the cat down here and then press the green flag, the cat, wherever you have the cat, that's where it's going to run. But what if you want the cat to start? I want the cat to start right up here every time. So there is a way to do that. And so we're dealing with motion, moving the cat again. So we need to go back up to our blue motion category with all the blue blocks, the moving blocks. And we have to look for something that says go to, because we want, at the beginning of the program, we want the cat to go to X, which is a certain place, X by X. Do you see anything that says go to? Let's look around. Go to. Go to, where are we here? Oh, I missed it. It was right here. Go to. You see this one right here, go to X, X by, go to X and then Y here. The reason you see these numbers here is because that's the numbers where you click the cat. If I move the cat, watch, I'm going to move the cat, watch the numbers in the go to. See, now it's 178. If I move the cat again, it's 185. Wherever you move the cat, that it's just recording where you want the cat to start. And So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this go to block right now, right underneath the flag, so that when the flag is clicked, the first thing it's going to do is it's going to go to that position, which is minus 185 to 87. So to prepare, I'm going to drag the mouse down here. When I click the green flag, it should automatically go to the top and start running if I did it right. Let's see if it works. It worked, okay? Did you see how I did that? The first thing, before it started repeating, I put this little thing in there that said, and this is not part of the repeat. You do this before you do anything else. You go to a certain position. So congratulations, you are doing really good. And I think it's about time that we added another sprite, because the cat's getting lonely. So to add another sprite, remember this was our backdrops and this is our sprites. So I'm going to choose a sprite, and I'm going to choose, and look at all the different sprites. Lots of choices. So I'm just going to choose an apple. Oh, hey, look at the middle of the screen. Where did our code go? Don't worry, we still have it. The reason you're not seeing the code is because right now the apple is highlighted and the apple doesn't have any code yet. But if I click on the cat again down here, there's our code. And you see that cat? That means we're in cat mode. We are doing cat stuff. But if I click on the apple down here on the bottom right, now we're in apple mode. You can tell by this apple here, we're going to program the apple now. That's how you can tell what you're really programming, because you can't do both at the same time. So right now, whichever one is highlighted down here, the bottom right hand, that's the one that we're going to be programming. And you can go back and forth. There's the cat. There's the apple. The cat. There's the apple. Okay, and it's really good because it keeps you organized. And you can always tell what you're working on by looking at this right here. So I've got this red apple, and looks okay, but I don't want a red apple. I want a different color apple. I think like a green apple. So to change the color of a sprite, it's as simple as, you see these on the top left corner? Right now we were dealing with code, which is all these blocks. If I press this one next to it, which is called costumes, now we are in the mode that lets you change how your sprite looks. So we want to change the sprite from red to green. So to do that, all we have to do is, right now, if I pressed this, if I took this paint, this paint bucket, if I clicked on this apple, it would be the color, whatever color's in here, that's going to be the color of the apple. So before I click on the paint bucket, I need to choose the color that I want. And I said green. Green, where's the green? There it is. So I've chosen green, and now when I click on My apple is green. Another easy thing to do, right? I like easy. What do you think? Can you also change the size? What if the cat wanted a really big apple to eat? We can do it in Scratch. What do you think? What's the procedure? Oop. Made a mistake here, so I'm going to go Control Z, because that whenever you make a mistake, just press Control Z and it goes away. I wanted to make the apple bigger. So to do that, I click on this, the arrow, and I drag. Oh, you see, I made a mistake again. And it's okay to make mistakes. So I'm going to press Control Z. What I was doing was I was just highlighting, dragging a square right around the apple so that it's highlighted. And then what I can do, I could do that if I wanted, but I didn't want to do that. So Control Z. I want to highlight everything. Oh, my mouse is not letting me highlight everything. Oh, give me, oh, we'll get it. Okay. The other way, if it doesn't let you drag, you can click on one part and then you can hold down your Shift key and then click on the whole thing. And that selects everything. And once you've selected everything, then you can drag any one of these buttons. Let's see what happens. It got bigger? Yeah, it got bigger. I'm going to drag this one too. Whoa, that is one big apple. The Big Apple. We're not in the Big Apple, but that's a big apple. All right. Now, there's more, but wait, there's more. All right, so the last thing I'm going to show you is how to see the cat moves back and forth, but what if you want more control over that cat and you want the cat to move up if you press the up arrow, down if you press the down arrow, right if you press the right arrow, and left if you press the left arrow. We can do it. Right now we're in costumes mode, so I'm going to click back the code on the left top here. And to do this, I'm going to add another sprite. Here's our add sprite, or choose a sprite. And I'm going to choose the bear. Oh, there's our bear. Drag him right over here. Actually, I'm going to move the apple here. There we go. So the bear, I would like the bear, whenever I press the up arrow, the bear is going to go up. Down arrow, the bear is going to go down. Easy to do in Scratch. Yes, it is. And so we need a key, a block that says when the space key is pressed, the space bar. When the space bar is pressed, we're not going to use the space bar, but the blocks that we need are here under, I believe it's another control. Sorry, it's an event. It's a new event. When this is when the space bar is pressed, we're going to change the word space bar to one of the arrow keys. And here it is right here. That's it says when space is pressed, but we're going to change that to one of the arrow keys. So I'm going to make sure, first we have to make sure, is the bear the one we're coding? We're not coding the apple. We're coding the bear, so we're good. Okay. And I'm going to drag the space when space key is pressed, but we don't want the space key. We want the up arrow. So we click the space and there's up arrow. So now when the up arrow key is pressed, what happens? We need to point it in the direction of up, and then we need to move. So there's two blocks we need. We need a point block and we need a move block. And these are all motion. It's all regarding movement and moving. So we click our motion and we look for something that says point in the direction, point in direct, because we're pointing. Let's see if we can find, oh, there it is, point in direction. I'm going to drag that here. When the up arrow key is pressed, point in direction. And what's 90? Well, let's click it. Is it pointing in the direction? No, it's pointing to the right. We want it to point up. So I'm going to drag this arrow up. So we've got it pointing in the right direction, but we need to move. So that you remember our move blocks, right? That was the right at the top. Move. Move 10 steps. All right, let's see if this works. I'm going to, so when up arrow is pressed, point in direction and move 10 steps. Here we go. I'm going to press the up arrow. I keep pressing the up arrow. Yes, it is working. But the down arrow doesn't work yet. The left arrow doesn't work. The right arrow doesn't work because we haven't programmed it yet. Let's program the down one next. It's the same procedure. Okay. When the down arrow is pressed, so we go back to the events. It always starts with space, but we're going to change that. So we're going to drag another one. And we're going to change that one to when the down arrow is pressed. What do we want it to do? We want it to point down. So we look for our point in direction in our motion, and we drag that one right here. What does 90 mean? I forget, so I'm going to click on it. Oh, down. We want it to go down, which is 180. And we can't just have it point. We have to have it move. So here's our move steps. So now we've programmed it to go up and down. Did it work? I'm going to press the down arrow now. It is working. Here's the up, down. We're halfway there. You ready to do the other two? Okay. We do the same thing, but this time we're going to change it to the right arrow. So a new event. There's our events. When the space key is pressed, and we're going to change that from space to right arrow. First thing we have to do, again, look at the other ones. We have to point. We have to point it to the right. So that's a motion on the blue. We look for something that says point. Point in the direction. Which direction? We click on 90. Oh, it's already there. So we can leave that one alone. And then move. We have to have it move 10 steps. And now I'm going to press the right arrow. Let's see what happens. It's moving 10 steps to the right. Finally, let's do the left arrow. It's a new event. Click on events. When the space bar is pressed, but we don't want space, we want left arrow. What do we want to happen next? We want it to point to the left. and that's a motion thing. Point in direction, here we go. And we want to click on the 90, and we don't want it to point to the right, so I'm going to drag it all the way to the left. Are we done? Yes. No, we have to, it has to move. We have to move it, so we have to go up to the move 10 steps. Okay. I'm going to now click on the left arrow key. I'm now going to click on the up arrow key, right arrow key, and down arrow key. So there you have it. What do you think? Is this something you'd like to try? I'm glad you took the time out of your busy day to watch this, and I hope you give it a try and let us see the videos you've created on our social media. We'd love to see your creativity. Okay, so remember, all you have to do, go to scratch.mit.edu and get a Scratch account. And then once you do that, come to this page, click on Create, and start scratching, scratch coding. And there's also lots of tutorials here, self tutorials. Okay. So thank you so much again for visiting me today. We will have something again for you soon. You take care. Have a great rest of the week and stay safe.